Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. In the world of coin collecting, certain pennies stand out not for their shine or design, but for the secrets they carry beneath the surface. One such coin is the 1966 Lincoln 1-cent penny, an unassuming piece of copper that has captured the imagination of collectors across America. This humble coin, minted over half a century ago, continues to surprise collectors and treasure hunters with its unexpected value. At first glance, the 1966 penny may appear just like any other. It features the well-known image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design introduced in 1909 to mark the centennial of his birth. The reverse bears the classic Lincoln Memorial, a symbol that adorned the penny from 1959 to 2008. But the 1966 issue hides some rare and fascinating characteristics that make it a coin worth looking twice at. What makes the 1966 penny so captivating is its place in U.S. minting history. Just 1 year earlier, in 1965, the United States Mint suspended the use of mint marks to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. This means all 1966 pennies were struck without any mint mark, making it impossible to know at a glance where a particular coin was produced. That historical decision adds a layer of intrigue to this coin. Millions of these pennies were produced, but only a handful have shown traits that elevate them far beyond their face value. The real treasure lies in errors, those rare mistakes that escape the careful eyes of the mint. These include doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and even transitional metal errors that were never intended for public circulation. One of the most valuable types of 1966 Lincoln cents is the double die variety. On these coins, parts of the design appear slightly duplicated, most commonly the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date. These doubling effects occur when the die used to strike the coin imprints the design more than once at a misaligned angle. Spotting one of these is like finding a needle in a haystack, but the reward is immense. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike. These coins were not perfectly aligned during the minting process, resulting in a lopsided or partially missing design. While some minor off-center strikes are relatively common, the more extreme examples, especially those where the date remains fully visible, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors are also on the hunt for 1966 pennies that were accidentally struck on leftover planchets from other years or denominations. For example, a 1966 penny minted on a dime-sized planchet creates a coin that is not only the wrong size but also the wrong metal. These rare transition errors are almost never seen in circulation, making them true collector's gems. Grading plays a huge role in a coin's value. A 1966 penny that shows no wear, maintains its full original red luster, and is free from scratches or contact marks is considered a mint state coin. The higher the grade, especially those certified by trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC, the more valuable the coin becomes. Even without errors, a 1966 penny in exceptional condition can fetch surprising prices. This is because many pennies from that era were used heavily in circulation, and very few have survived in pristine condition. Finding one with sharp details, a strong strike, and full red color is like discovering a tiny piece of history frozen in time. Collectors often use magnifying tools and reference guides to study each penny they find, hoping to uncover the next rare variation. It's a process that requires patience, a keen eye, and sometimes a little bit of luck. But for those who find something special, the payoff can be more than just financial. It's the thrill of discovery. Online auctions, estate sales, and coin shows are filled with stories of people who stumbled upon a rare coin in the most unexpected places. Whether it was buried in a jar of old change, inherited from a relative, or spotted in a coin roll from the bank, these stories remind us that valuable coins are still out there, waiting to be found. As more people learn about the hidden value of coins like the 1966 Lincoln penny, interest in coin collecting continues to grow. It's a hobby that blends history, art, and detective work. And sometimes, it rewards those who take the time to look closely with a truly life-changing discovery. The 1966 penny is a perfect example of how a simple coin can hold immense value. From minor varieties to major minting errors, every 1966 cent has the potential to be something more than just 1 cent. All it takes is the right eye to spot the difference. Collectors also look for die cracks, die chips, and repunch dates on these coins, tiny imperfections that occur when minting tools wear down or misalign. These small details can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Another aspect that adds to the excitement is the mystery. With no mint mark to identify the origin, and the possibility of hidden errors, every 1966 penny becomes a puzzle waiting to be solved. This mystery drives the passion of countless collectors across the country. Social media and YouTube channels dedicated to rare coins have brought even more attention to coins like the 1966 penny. Collectors share their finds, provide tutorials on spotting valuable errors, and educate others about the hidden gems in everyday change. What was once just pocket change now has become a window into America's minting history. Each 1966 penny holds a story, a chance, and for a lucky few, a fortune. That's the beauty of coin collecting. You never know what you'll discover until you look. From school kids to seasoned numismatists, people of all ages are joining the hunt for valuable coins. The 1966 Lincoln penny has become one of those exciting coins that keeps hope alive in every handful of change. So the next time you come across a penny from 1966, don't dismiss it as worthless. Look closer. Study its details. Examine the edges and the design. You might just be holding a coin that could change your life forever. In one truly astonishing case, a nearly flawless 1966 Lincoln 1-cent penny featuring a rare mint error and preserved in pristine condition was auctioned for a jaw-dropping total of $156,000. Top 2. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden surprises, and sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coins can turn out to be treasures worth a fortune. One such coin that has captivated collectors and historians alike is the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1971. It might appear like just another piece of change, tossed aside without a second glance, but the truth is far more exciting. This little coin, if found with the right features, can carry a value that stuns even seasoned collectors. The 1971 Lincoln penny is part of a long and proud tradition. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this iconic cent has been circulating in American pockets for well over a century. But not all Lincoln cents are created equal, and the 1971 issue holds some secrets that elevate its status far beyond the average coin. What makes the 1971 penny so fascinating is its place in a transitional period of minting technology and quality control. Although it was produced in huge quantities, several unexpected minting errors and variations have made select 1971 pennies exceptionally rare and valuable. These anomalies include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and even coins mistakenly struck on the wrong type of metal planchet. Among the most famous errors in the 1971 penny is the double die variety. This error results when the coin die is imprinted twice with a misalignment, causing a visible doubling effect on the lettering and numbers, particularly on the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1971. These errors are not only rare, but also incredibly sought after by collectors who understand their significance. Another remarkable variant comes in the form of off-center strikes. In these cases, the coin wasn't properly aligned when it was struck, leaving part of the design missing and creating a crescent-shaped blank space. The value of these errors depends greatly on how far off-center the strike is and whether the date is still fully visible. Those with legible dates tend to fetch much higher prices. Collectors also keep an eye out for coins that were struck on foreign or leftover planchets. Sometimes, due to a mishap at the mint, a penny might be struck on a dime planchet or even on a metal composition not meant for that particular year. These transition errors are exceedingly rare and can command jaw-dropping prices when discovered in good condition. Even without dramatic mint errors, A 1971 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth much more than 1 cent. The grading of a coin plays a critical role in determining its value. Coins that are sharp, lustrous, and free from scratches or wear are classified as mint state, and the higher the grade, the more desirable the coin becomes in the eyes of collectors. Another factor that adds to the appeal of the 1971 penny is its metal composition. Like many pennies of that era, it was made primarily from copper. Due to the rising value of copper over the decades, the intrinsic metal value of older pennies has grown, making them attractive not only for their rarity but also for their raw material worth. Beyond the physical qualities of the coin lies its historical context. In 1971, America was undergoing significant changes, both culturally and economically. Owning a coin from this period is like holding a miniature time capsule, a tangible connection to the events and energy of a transformative era in U.S. history. Collectors across the country often search through rolls of pennies purchased from banks or old coin jars inherited from relatives, hoping to find that elusive 1971 rarity. Stories have emerged of lucky individuals who discovered rare 1971 pennies completely by accident. Some found them in pocket change, others in family coin collections that had been sitting untouched for decades. In the age of digital auctions and social media, rare coin finds can go viral. One photograph of a 1971 double-dyed penny posted online can instantly generate thousands of reactions, inquiries, and offers from eager buyers and collectors around the world. The excitement surrounding these coins continues to grow, fueled by stories of unexpected riches. The thrill of the hunt is what keeps collectors engaged. With every penny examined, there is a whisper of possibility. Could this be the one? Could it be the coin that turns 1 cent into a life-changing reward? The 1971 Lincoln penny keeps that question alive with every discovery and every auction. Beyond individual gain, collecting rare coins is also about preserving history. Each unique 1971 penny tells a story, not only of a mistake at the mint or a moment in time, but also of the journey it took to reach someone's hand. It's a hobby rooted in patience, knowledge, and a bit of magic. Parents and grandparents often introduce younger generations to coin collecting by giving them a handful of old coins to explore. Among these, a 1971 penny can spark curiosity and begin a lifelong passion for the beauty and mystery of numismatics. Coin clubs and conventions across the country showcase rare coins like the 1971 double-dyed penny, drawing crowds eager to learn, trade, and marvel at these tiny pieces of American art and history. The demand for verified and graded specimens continues to rise, and collectors are always on the lookout for the next valuable find. Whether tucked away in a drawer or shining in a collector's case, the 1971 Lincoln penny serves as a reminder that sometimes greatness lies in the smallest of places. A coin that once passed through thousands of hands could now be one of the most treasured pieces in someone's collection. So, if you happen to find a 1971 penny among your spare change, take a closer look. Examine it carefully. Check for doubling, off-center features, or unusual color and weight. It just might be one of the rare few that defies all expectations. These hidden gems are still out there, and you never know when your luck will strike. In the world of coin collecting, every penny holds a story, and sometimes, that story is written in pure gold. In a truly astounding case, one incredibly rare 1971 Lincoln 1-cent penny, featuring a sharply defined double-die error and graded in exceptional mint condition, sold to a passionate collector for a staggering total of $147,000. Top 3. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1980 might look like just another ordinary coin lost in a sea of copper change, but the truth about this small piece of American history is far more exciting than most people realize. Behind its modest face lies the potential for extraordinary value, and for collectors who know what to look for, this coin has become one of the hidden gems of U.S. numismatics. Minted at a time when America was experiencing a variety of economic and cultural shifts, the 1980 Lincoln penny represents more than just currency. It symbolizes a nation navigating inflation, rising metal costs, and a changing global landscape. And while most of these coins were produced by the billions, there are a few that stand out as extremely rare, and incredibly valuable. At first glance, the 1980 penny shows the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday. The reverse still displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 through 2008. These classic images bring a sense of nostalgia, but for collectors, the real excitement begins when they start inspecting the details more closely. Some of the most sought-after 1980 Lincoln pennies feature rare mint errors, the kinds of mistakes that turn an average coin into a collector's dream. One such error is the double die variety. When a coin die is accidentally struck twice during the manufacturing process, it can leave behind a slightly offset image that causes doubling on the letters and numbers. If a 1980 penny shows this kind of doubling, especially on words like Liberty or the date itself, it's time to take a closer look. Another desirable feature found in a few 1980 pennies is the Offcenter Strike. This error happens when the coin blank isn't properly positioned under the die during striking. The result is a coin with part of its design missing, creating a crescent-like shape on one side. The more off-center the strike and the more visible the date, the more valuable the penny becomes. A small number of 1980 pennies are also known to have been struck on the wrong planchets, metal blanks meant for other denominations or foreign coins. Imagine finding a penny made of a lighter or different colored metal. These anomalies are extremely rare and can command huge prices at auctions or among private collectors. The condition of the coin also plays a major role in its value. Coins that were never circulated, those that came straight from the mint and have remained untouched for decades, are known as mint state. These coins often appear shiny, crisp, and free from the usual scratches and wear marks. A 1980 penny in mint state condition is already worth more than face value, but if it includes an error, the value increases exponentially. Grading services like PCGS and NGC help certify coins and assign a numerical grade based on their condition. For the 1980 penny, a high grade of MS67 or above, especially combined with an error variety, can push the value of the coin into astonishing territory. Serious collectors rely on these grades to make informed purchases and determine the investment potential of a coin. There's also something to be said about the nostalgia factor. Many people who grew up in the 1980s remember using these pennies every day, for buying candy, playing arcade games, or simply saving them in piggy banks. Finding a valuable coin from that era taps into those memories and creates an emotional connection that increases its appeal. In recent years, coin roll hunting has become popular again, with enthusiasts searching through rolls of pennies from banks in hopes of uncovering rare treasures like a valuable 1980 cent. Every now and then, someone strikes gold, finding a coin that turns a routine search into a life-changing moment. Stories have circulated online of lucky individuals who came across rare era pennies from 1980 in the most unexpected places. Some found them in jars tucked away in the attic, while others stumbled upon them in pocket change from a grocery store. The excitement of these discoveries only fuels the hunt for more. Coin collectors often share their finds on social media platforms and forums, where communities of numismatists help identify, appraise, and celebrate rare coins like the 1980 penny. These passionate collectors are always eager to learn and share their knowledge, creating a vibrant world where even a single cent can become the star of the show. Exhibits and auctions have featured 1980 Lincoln pennies with jaw-dropping price tags, and bidding wars have erupted over pristine examples with verified mint errors. These aren't just collectors' items. They're pieces of history with stories to tell and futures that grow more valuable with each passing year. Beyond the financial value, the 1980 penny holds educational significance. It teaches new collectors how to spot minting errors, understand grading systems, and appreciate the history behind U.S. coinage. It's often one of the first coins to spark curiosity in young numismatists and start them on a journey of discovery. Coin shops and conventions regularly receive inquiries about the 1980 penny, and those who find one in excellent condition are often surprised to learn just how valuable their tiny coin could be. Dealers and experts alike keep their eyes peeled for these rare specimens. For those looking to begin their own collection, the 1980 penny is an excellent coin to study and search for. Its widespread production means it's still circulating, but the rare varieties are waiting to be found by someone with a keen eye and a little patience. This coin also reminds us that treasures can exist right under our noses. Something as small and simple as a penny, forgotten in drawers, coin jars, or couch cushions, might turn out to be worth more than anyone ever imagined. The magic lies in the details, and the reward comes to those who are willing to look closely. Whether you're a lifelong collector or just starting to explore the world of rare coins, the 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny is a thrilling piece to chase. It bridges the past with the present and proves that even the humblest coin can carry extraordinary value. And in one truly spectacular case, a 1980 Lincoln penny with a well-preserved double die error and a nearly perfect mint state grade stunned collectors when it was sold for an incredible total of $120,000. Top 4. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1981 might seem like just another piece of everyday change, but in the world of coin collectors and numismatics, this humble cent holds the potential to be a hidden masterpiece worth thousands. Many people have walked past this penny without ever realizing that what they held in their hands might be worth far more than a single cent. But for those who know how to spot the signs, the 1981 penny could be a remarkable discovery waiting to happen. At first glance, this coin carries the classic and iconic design we've come to know and love. The familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln is stamped boldly on the obverse side, paying tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. His solemn face and sharp profile have graced the penny since 1909, but each year brings its own surprises, and 1981 was no exception. This was a year full of small but important changes in the coin world. The reverse side of the 1981 penny still featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's legacy. While this side may appear simple, collectors know that it's often in the details where the story unfolds. Small variations in the minting process, slight misalignments, and unusual die errors can transform this everyday coin into an extraordinary piece worth investigating. What makes the 1981 penny particularly interesting is that it was the last full year the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents using 95% copper before switching to a primarily zinc composition in 1982. That makes the 1981 coin part of a transitional moment in American currency. As metal costs continued to rise, the penny's copper composition became too expensive, leading to changes that collectors today pay close attention to. While billions of pennies were minted in 1981, not all were created equal. Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint carry no mint mark, while those from Denver bear a small D. A limited number were also struck in San Francisco as proof coins and can be identified by the S mint mark. However, some of the most valuable 1981 pennies owe their worth to rare errors and variations that slipped through unnoticed during production. One particularly rare and sought-after version is the double die variety. This happens when the die used to stamp the coin shifts slightly between strikes, resulting in a doubling of the date, lettering, or design. On the 1981 penny, doubling can sometimes be seen in the word Liberty, the motto, In God We Trust, or the date itself. These features can turn a regular coin into a valuable collector's item. Another important factor is the coin's condition. A 1981 penny that was never circulated, with no scratches or wear, can be considered a mint state coin. Grading services such as PCGS or NGC can assign a numerical grade to these coins, and the higher the grade, the higher the potential value. An MS-67 or MS-68 grade can dramatically increase its price, especially when combined with a rare error. Offcenter strikes, where the design isn't perfectly aligned, also add value. If you find a 1981 penny with a visible off-center error that still shows the full date, it might be worth a second look. These coins are often in high demand among collectors due to their rarity and visual uniqueness. Even more impressive are the few 1981 pennies struck on the wrong planchet, blanks intended for other coins, which make them stand out with unusual colors or weights. Collectors also seek 1981 pennies with strong luster, sharp strike details, and no signs of damage. Sometimes coins come straight from uncirculated mint sets and have been preserved for decades without a fingerprint. These are highly prized and command higher prices at auctions, especially when combined with recognized mint errors. The thrill of discovering a valuable 1981 penny often begins in the most ordinary places: pocket change, old coin jars, forgotten piggy banks, or inherited collections. People across the country have shared stories of finding special coins tucked away in drawers, only to later realize they were holding a small fortune in their hands. It's proof that treasure can still be found in the smallest and most overlooked places. Coin roll hunters and hobbyists alike love searching through rolls of pennies from the bank, always hoping for that one-in-a-million find. And the 1981 penny continues to spark interest, not just for its copper legacy but for the excitement and mystery it carries. Each one has a story, and for a lucky few, that story includes a shocking value far beyond a single cent. The penny's value isn't just monetary, it's also historical. Holding a 1981 penny is like holding a tiny piece of America's economic past. It reminds us of the challenges and changes that shaped the coinage we use today, and how a nation adapted to the rising cost of raw materials by shifting its designs and metal content. Coin shows and online auctions often feature 1981 pennies, especially when certified and graded, attracting attention from serious buyers and curious collectors. And when a coin includes a visible error, or shines with a brilliant uncirculated surface, the bidding can skyrocket quickly. These coins are not just currency, they're collectibles, investments, and cherished pieces of history. It's not uncommon for some 1981 Lincoln pennies to sell for a few $100s, especially if they are in top condition. But when a truly rare combination is discovered, such as a double die error, high mint state grade, and an Offcenter Strike, the value can leap into the thousands in an instant. Many people still wonder if it's worth searching for valuable pennies. The answer is yes. Because while the chances are rare, the reward can be life-changing. And even if the coin isn't a jackpot, the thrill of the hunt and the knowledge gained make the journey worthwhile. Collectors today are always looking for that next great find. And the 1981 penny continues to surprise them, showing up in unexpected places and exceeding expectations. If you have a few of these in your collection, it might be time to take a closer look under a magnifying glass. You never know what you might discover. The magic of coin collecting lies in the mystery and possibility that something so ordinary could be so valuable. A tiny detail missed by the mint but caught by the collector's eye can turn a cent into a sensation. And in the case of the 1981 Lincoln 1-cent penny, that possibility is more real than you might think. Because not long ago, a brilliant example of a 1981 penny featuring a stunning double die error, struck in near-perfect condition, made headlines in the numismatic world when it was sold for an unbelievable sum of $117,000. Top 5. The Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1985 may seem like just another coin lost in the shuffle of everyday life. Found in change, resting in piggy banks, or quietly sitting at the bottom of kitchen drawers, this coin often goes unnoticed. But within the world of passionate coin collectors and numismatists, the 1985 penny holds a captivating allure, one that whispers of rarity, hidden value, and fascinating history waiting to be uncovered. The obverse of the 1985 penny features the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. It remains one of the most iconic images in American coinage, a quiet yet powerful tribute to one of the nation's most revered presidents. On this particular coin, Lincoln's profile stands sharp and proud, surrounded by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1985. Positioned boldly on the right. Flip the coin, and you're greeted by the grand architecture of the Lincoln Memorial. Designed by Frank Gasparo and introduced in 1959, this design remained on the reverse of the penny until 2008. The detail in this miniature monument is astonishing when observed under magnification. It captures the spirit of a nation built on the values Lincoln fought to protect. The year 1985 was not particularly known for dramatic shifts in coin production, but that's precisely what makes the anomalies from this year so thrilling. While billions of pennies were minted, a tiny fraction stand apart due to striking errors, minting defects, and pristine preservation. These are the ones collectors chase, and their value can be astonishing. Pennies from 1985 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver have a small d, and the proof coins from San Francisco are marked with an S. Each mint produced millions, but mistakes, especially at this scale, were bound to happen, and these mistakes are what truly elevate some of these coins to collector stardom. One of the most desirable variations of the 1985 penny is the doubled die. This minting error occurs when the die shifts slightly during the engraving process, causing noticeable doubling in the lettering or numbers. Imagine spotting a 1985 penny where the word Liberty appears doubled, or the date shows a ghost-like echo of itself. It instantly transforms a regular coin into a collectible gem. Another intriguing error that adds immense value is the Offcenter Strike. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during the strike, resulting in a coin where part of the design is missing or misaligned. If the coin still shows the full date and features a major off-center shift, collectors go wild for it. These coins are not only rare but visually unique, making them showpieces in any collection. Die cracks, cuds, and clipped planchets also add to the excitement. A die crack looks like a raised line running across the coin, caused by damage to the minting die. A cud is a raised lump where part of the die broke off, and a clipped planchet is when a piece of the metal blank is missing before the strike. All these rare errors on a 1985 penny significantly boost its worth and desirability. But even without errors, condition plays a critical role. Coins in mint state, especially those graded MS65 and higher, are worth much more than their circulated counterparts. The luster, sharpness of the strike, and absence of blemishes all contribute to a coin's final value. Collectors pay a premium for pennies that look as fresh as the day they were minted. Proof coins from 1985, particularly those struck in San Francisco, are also highly sought after, especially if they exhibit cameo or deep cameo contrast. These coins were never meant for circulation and were instead sold in sets to collectors. When kept in their original packaging and untouched, they retain a flawless finish that's hard to match. The metal composition of the 1985 penny also adds to its story. Made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, these coins marked a continuation of the cost-saving measures begun in 1982, when the U.S. Mint transitioned from solid copper to the copper-plated zinc format we know today. Yet, some 1985 pennies exhibit unusual weight or coloration, suggesting they may have been struck on the wrong planchet, another error that makes collectors take notice. Hunting for valuable 1985 pennies is a thrilling adventure. People across the country have uncovered rare variations right in their own pocket change. What starts as a casual glance at a coin can lead to the discovery of something incredibly rare and financially rewarding. That's the magic of numismatics. Ordinary people uncovering extraordinary treasures. Collectors, both new and experienced, frequently search through rolls of pennies from the bank or old coin collections, keeping an eye out for that unique shine or error that could signify a rare piece. And every so often, someone finds that perfect combination of rarity, condition, and uniqueness that sends their coin soaring in value. Coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces have seen some impressive sales of 1985 Lincoln pennies. With the right traits, such as a dramatic error, pristine condition, or both, these coins can fetch jaw-dropping sums. But beyond the money, there's the pride of owning a piece of American history, preserved for generations. Owning a rare 1985 penny means holding something more than just a coin. It's a time capsule, a piece of America's economic past, and a symbol of meticulous craft. And when one of these coins reaches the hands of a collector who truly appreciates its story, its value becomes even more meaningful. Many wonder if it's worth searching for pennies in today's digital, fast-paced world. The answer is a resounding yes. Because every now and then, a simple cent reveals itself to be far more valuable than anyone expected. And it's in those moments that a passion becomes a purpose. Today, coin lovers are more active than ever, diving into their collections, searching through change, and comparing finds online. The hunt for valuable 1985 Lincoln pennies continues, and each discovery adds a new chapter to this fascinating journey through American coinage. And just recently, one such remarkable 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny, featuring a rare mint error and preserved in near-perfect condition, stunned the coin community when it was sold for the breathtaking amount of $100,000.